Today I'm sharing a bunch of art from my childhood, but I have to acknowledge this situation. I have to hold my ring light for basically the whole time because I don't know where I'm meant to put it. This is the best situation that I have right now, so this is what we're working with. Also, take a look at this amazing tea set that I just got. I mean, it's a joke at this point. And wow, how cool is that? I got me some amazing art room essentials. So today you're going to be seeing a lot of my childhood art, and I've actually got it in this desk. So I'll be moving all this stuff and I'll show you what kind of desk this is, because if you had them growing up, you can thank me later for the nostalgia. This was stored away at my last place in the workshop, and when we moved to this new home, I couldn't bring myself to let this desk go because the nostalgia that this gives me is so incredible. It's such a comfort. I really want to do it up so it actually looks really nifty and practical. And here today I have all these art pieces that I really want to show you. So first we have this lovely weave piece. I remember learning how to do this when you cut the slits and you like put it all in at the back. It's very cool. So this is primary school. It says on the back here, Leigh-vii, just says my name. So it doesn't say a year, but this would have been year 3 or 4 probably. So that's the first one. Second, this one's actually pretty cool. I remember learning how to do this and thinking it was the coolest thing ever. So you color in the back with all the colors that you want, and then you paint over it in black, and then you scratch off your design. Again, on the back it just says my name, but I imagine this would have been around the same time as the other piece. And then it looks like glitter on the top, which, you know, you gotta love the early 2000s and especially the 90s for glitter. It was everywhere in art rooms. There's that one. Third, cool, my own sunflower piece. Next, okay, this one. So this was a piece that we did where we had to go through all the layers of the earth. So you start with the sky, and then you take it down and you reach the mountains, and then you carry on down where you get suburbia and the city landscape, and then it goes down into the ocean. This actually holds a really fond memory because it was the first time I ever had a piece of anything shown to the whole class, and the part that was discussed about, my little octopus, because the sky is actually shaded in with blue and purple, and the teacher really liked that initiative that I had used 2 colors to blend. It was shown to the class and it was a very good day for me. Next, this one feels really heavy. Okay, so it's a bouquet of flowers and it actually has the ceramic on there. It doesn't have a date, but it's probably the same as the first 2, so maybe around like 2005. This is cute. Next, this is my scrapbooking debut. You ready? I mean, I have questions, but I think I'm gonna hold back from asking them. It's kind of given me Greek flag. It doesn't say what year this was either, but this was the first time I ever had a bunch of magazines and cut them up. This was for a school project. All of these are. Yeah. Okay, I have questions for this one as well. But I was also 6, so I don't have any questions for little 6-year-old me. You did a great job. Look how funky my name is down there. It is so cool. If you're wondering, yes, I did change the spelling of my name. That's why it reads the way it does now. That was how my name was written when I was a kid. Next is quite a treat. So we did, I think it was in year 5, so second to last year of primary school, so that's about 9 years old. We got to make our own storybooks. Mine was called Betty Butterfly's Adventure. I am going to take the time to read this to you, so strap in. By Leigh-vii, it's me. Betty Butterfly's Adventure. One hot summer's day in the garden there lived Betty Butterfly and her family. Betty was playing tag outside with her little sister Bronwyn. Betty was getting thirsty from running around all day, so she went inside to get a drink of water. Bronwyn waited outside for Betty. But little Bronwyn sang, "Quick!" in there with a little cup. It's great. Oh, my flowers. Look at them. Look at my tree defying the limits of the page. Well, I was probably very proud of it. But as soon as Betty went inside, Bob, the stinging bee, came flying down and lifted Bronwyn up. "Help! Help!" screamed Bronwyn. Betty heard Bronwyn's screams and ran outside to see what was going on. Betty saw that Bronwyn was flying away in Bob's arms. "Oh no," said Betty, "I need to save her." Betty started flying after her sister. Look, there she is down there, super concerned. There's the mean bumblebee. Oh, Bronwyn was just out of reach. "I can't give up." Betty started to fly after her sister when she bumped into Carl the caterpillar. "What are you doing and where are you going?" said Carl. "Sorry, no time to talk." No, as in K-N-O-W. Whoops. Betty started to fly again. But she didn't get far. All of a sudden, Betty saw Greg the grasshopper, who was hopping all over the path. "Hello," said Betty. Greg didn't hear. "Hello," screamed Betty. "Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. Could you please move out the way so I can get past," said Betty. "Okay, you can go past," said Greg. That's a kind grasshopper. It was starting to get dark. Betty came across Mr. and Mrs. Lovely Ladybug. Mrs. Ladybug came running out of her house. "Oh, Betty dear, come inside and have some dinner with us." "Sorry, I can't. I've got to do something very important." Betty was nearly at the castle. Look, there's the castle right there. Betty was nearly at the castle. She could smell the cold, damp stone of the castle. Oh, great adjectives, descriptive. Betty was at the gates. The gates opened. Betty could see that Bronwyn was in a little cage with the key just out of Bronwyn's reach. Betty got the key and unlocked the cage, but then Bob, the stinging bee, came racing out of his room like a rocket. "What are you doing?" Betty was too scared to say anything, so they just ran outside and found a big, fat pig sleeping in the way of the path. "Wake up!" screamed Betty. The pig woke up. "Do you need a ride somewhere?" said the pig. "Yes, we do." "Well, hop on my back and I'll take you home." Betty and Bronwyn got on the pig's back and they started to fly home. When they got home, they went inside. "Where have you been?" said Mrs. Butterfly. "Oh no, how are they going to get out of this one?" Cute. This says the house of butterflies. And the pig flying, it's like that saying, "When pigs fly." I think around the time that I wrote this, I think I heard that saying for the first time. Credits. The end. Betty Butterfly's Adventures was written without the W. I love that. In 2007 by Leigh-vii. Story and pictures by Leigh-vii. Enjoy reading! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. And enjoy is obviously spelled with an I and not an E. The author in the making right there. I love that. I'm going to read that to my daughter. Next, we have one from my first year of high school. So high school in New Zealand starts when you're 13 or 14. I think I was 14. It's a bit different than in America. We did this piece. I actually got the award for my whole year in art that year that I did this. And next, this one was when I had a moment of really getting into black paper. I was 12, and this one, I actually still find this so cool. So what this is, it's like a galaxy with land. This was when I was getting pretty confident at my land structure, like the 3D effect of making land. And so I've got kind of like this dystopian planet, and if you see right down here, there's a little fae lady. I really like that one. Next would have been probably the same day or that same week, and it's this one. It's just like a face. It's completely bent down the middle, which is not ideal. And on the back it looks like I tried to draw, or I started to draw a little face of something. I've definitely been into drawing the fae for as long as I can remember, especially painting the fae. Next one is from, I think, 17-year-old me, and I really like this piece. What I used to do when I would be in class or someplace is I would take a spare piece of paper and I would do this style of just squiggle. It's all one line, though not always. This doesn't look like it was all one line, but if it is, except for the faces. Yeah, I still draw in this style to this day. Next, in a similar style as well, this is definitely unfinished. It's got a face down here, which you can barely see. And it looks like what I was going for was, this is her mind exploding out. I did this a lot. I had a phase of doing this. You'll see another piece soon where the mind is all rippled out and it looks very chaotic. Yeah, this is a printed piece, and it's the artwork of my poetry book, which I have right here. So this is my poetry book, and then this art piece on the back you'll see soon. This is actually such a lovely memory for myself, because before I went ahead and published the poems as they are, I had this idea to do the whole book with an art piece with a poem, and so it was a complete art book. It's still on my to-do list. The idea is one thing, and then the workload is a whole other. But this was when I printed out just a mock of what I would have wanted to have done. And so this one, it's got the poem on the bottom. This one is, only she could see reflections woven within her own evil, of a man who grips his child too hard, of the way the female scorpion kills her lover. I think that poem was revamped for the book, and I think I changed kills to slaughters. Next, this is a more modern piece. The original of this piece I did, I think, 4 years ago, but this particular outline is very recent. I did it last year. This This is a piece that I really like and that I can't wait to take digital and zhuzh it up way more and take it to its maximum potential. See, this is one with the mind spurting out. I relate to this image a lot most days. And so the next one is the imagery from the back of my poetry book. So this is like the darker outline that I tried out, and then the lighter one. This image has quite the potent story. It's my own story, really. So what this is this is me. I drew this when I would have been 19. So this was me at the time. It was quite a pinnacle moment where I went through a phase of purging a lot of the people that I had been myself, or people that I found myself to be, like, you know, when you're little, or when I was even a younger teenager and I went through a phase that's quite beaten and broken down. And then moving forward to 16, 17, getting a bit more independence and just growing through all these phases of all these people that I once was. And this was me. This is a thought bubble, basically. And again, the chaotic line work. This is me reflecting on all the people that I have been and who I want to keep around and who I want to give the boot to. This is a piece I did of Aurora because I love Aurora. This is from an image that exists. And again, the chaotic line. Aurora's music completely soothes me, though. I love her to pieces. So I wanted to draw her. And then the last piece that's quite modern. This was from a year ago, or maybe a year and a half ago. And it's the dragon to the 2021 Flowtopia that was cancelled due to COVID, but it was going to be a whole nature theme. But that is all I have. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.